channel. Today we're going to be looking at the earnings for Lulu, as the Q2 earnings. You would see that sometimes we do Q2, Q3, Q4, depending on when the company started declaring their earnings. It could be Q1, Q2, but for Lulu, it is Q2. Lulu declared its earnings, beating top and bottom. I like it when company declares their earnings and their stock reflect the positiveness of the earnings. They beat top and bottom and the stock is already jumping at the market open. The stock is already up around 10%, which is good for investors. Let's have a look at the detail of the earnings for Lulu. For those of you who don't really know Lulu Athletical, they have a store and they have online where you can shop their various clothing items, sports, etc., exercise, gym wears, and all that. Lulu is fantastic. Let's have a look at the detail. Before then, the CEO was online some few minutes ago, and he said that they've seen increase in-store and online business. I think the in-store alone is up around 23%. But then the outdoor, the online has also seen an increase in consumer shopping, even though we're still within, there's still inflation, the macroeconomy is still biting, everyone. But Lulu declared good earnings. Lulu actual revenue is 1.87 billion. Analyst expectation is 1.77 billion, while the EPS is $2.20. The analyst expectation is $1.87. The stock is jumping. Let's have a look at the summary of the earnings, and we also have a look at the chart for price action. Let's see what the stock price is doing on the chart. Let's have a look. Here is the second quarter physical report for Lulu. Let's start with this. Revenue increased 29% to 1.9 billion. Comparable sales increased 23% or increased 25% on a constant dollar basis. Diluted EPS of $2.26. Adjusted EPS is $2.20. Let's move down to the most important aspect of it. We don't need all these stories. The fiscal year ending January 29, 2023 is referred to as 2022. Fiscal year ended January 30, 2022 is referred to as 21. And the fiscal year ended February 2, 2020 is referred to 2029. For the second quarter of 2022 compared to second quarter of 2021, net revenue increased 29% to 1.9 billion. Net revenue increased 28% in North America, an increase of 35% internationally. Total comparable sales increased 23% or 25% on constant dollar basis. Comparable store sales increased 16% or 18% on a constant dollar basis. Direct to consumer net revenue increased 30% or 32% on a constant dollar basis. Direct to consumer net revenue represented 42% of total net revenue compared to 41% for the second quarter of 2021. Gross profit increased 25% to 1.1 billion and gross margin decreased 160 basis point to 56.5. Increase from operation increased from 38% to 401.2 million. Adjusted income from the operation increased 31%. Operating margin increased 140 basis point to 21.5. Adjusted operating margin increased 30 basis point. Income tax expense increased 35% to 111.8 million. The effective tax rate for the second quarter of 2022 was 27.9%. Second quarter of 2021. Diluted earnings per share were $2.26 compared to $1.59 in the second quarter of 2021. Adjusted diluted earnings per share were $2.20 compared to $65 in the second quarter of 2021. The company repurchased 0.4 million shares of its own common stock at an average price of $298.38 per share for a total of 125.3 million. The company opened 21 net new company operated stores during the second quarter, ending with 600 stores. For the second quarter 2022 compared to the second quarter of 2019, net revenue increased 1.0 billion or 102%, representing a 3-year compound annual growth rate of 28%. Gross margin increased 150 basis points. Operating margin increased 250 basis points. Adjusted operating margin increased 190 basis points. Diluted earnings per share $2.26 compared to 0.96 in the second quarter of 2019. Adjusted diluted earnings per share were $2.20 for the second quarter of 2022. Megan Frank, Chief Financial Officer, stated, "Our team continued to execute at a high level, which is driving our strong financial and business performance despite the challenges around in the macroeconomic environment. Guest traffic in our store and on our e-commerce site remain robust, which speaks to the strength of our multidimensional operating model. I am pleased with our start to the third quarter and believe we are all well positioned for the fall and holiday season." Balance sheet. The company ended the second quarter of 2022 with 498.8 million in cash and cash equivalent, and the capacity under its committed revolving credit facility was 394.8 million. Inventories at the end of the second quarter 2022 increased 58% to 1.5 billion compared to 0.8 billion at the end of second quarter of 2021. On a unit basis, inventory increased 64%, representing a 3-year compound annual growth rate of 38%, which is inclusive of 2 percentage points for in-transit inventories. The company believes its inventories are well positioned to support its expected revenue growth in the third quarter. The outlook, 2022 outlook. For the third quarter of 2022, the company expects net revenue to be in the range of 1.78 billion to 1.805 billion, representing a 3-year compound annual growth rate of approximately 25%. Diluted earnings per share are expected to be in the range of $1.90 to $1.95 for the quarter. For 2022, the company expects net revenue to be in the range of $7.865 billion to $7.940 billion, representing a 3-year compound annual growth rate of approximately 26%. Diluted earnings per share are expected to be in the range of 9.82 to $9.97 for the year end, excluding the gain on the net of an administrative office building. Adjusted diluted earnings per share are expected to be in the range of $9.75 to $9.90. The guidance does not reflect potential future repurchase of the company. That's about share buyback. Let's have a look at the website so we can see what Lulu really does. Now you can see the website of Lululemon. That's the full name. You can see the sort of clothing, sport, tennis, gym wear, gymnastic, yoga, a host of different item of sporting. And then let's have a look at the price, the chart for the price action. Here is the technical chart. Market capitalization 38.47 billion. Shares in float is 110.2 million. Shares outstanding is 122.4 million. The EPS rating is 97. The
PE ratio is 34, return on equity is 38%, cash flow is $10.05. These are the past EPS, and the present. Lulu has always been positive, as you can see, and the estimate for 2023 and 2024. Here we have Lulu is trading $314.17. 52 weeks is $485.83, while 52 weeks low is 251. Now, Lulu is currently trading minus 35% off 52 weeks high. Let's have a look at ownership. Institutional ownership. Funds own 58% of Lulu, bank 1%. Checklist. Benjamin Graham 10 out of 13. Warren Buffett 16 out of 16. Guys, 16 out of 16. This is like second or third time that I will see a stock passing the metric of Warren Buffett 16 over 16. As you can see, Lulu. Now let's have a look at the Peter Lynch. Peter Lynch, 5 out of 8. Let's have a look at the technical analysis. Here on the technical analysis, moving average. It is trading above 10 weeks moving average, and also it's trading below 40 weeks moving average. Let's have a look at the price action. Let me do this. Lulu has Lulu has appears to be a very bullish stock. It has always been bullish given the environment that we have. Here we have a downward trend in here, and we also have it up here. Then we have a lower low, that's lower high. We have a lower low here. This is the weekly chart, so you can see lower low, and we have a bullish move here. Also, it is currently here at the moment, but I would say there's a period of sideways here, more of consolidation around here. But let's have a look at it on a daily chart. But on average, as you can see, Lulu appears to be a stock on a bullish move. Let's have a look on the daily chart. On the daily chart, well, there's a gap up here, as you can see. Lulu is trading above 15-day moving average and 50-day moving average. This was a downward trading, I would say, because we're still in the bear market environment, and this is a period of sideways consolidation. Also, then we have a bullish move, which broke the level of resistance here. Then we have downward move here, and also we have it. In fact, this is a stop, a gap. I don't really like a gap up. I would rather have a gap down than a gap up. A gap down could give me an opportunity to add more to my shares, but a gap up, because one way or the other, that gap has to be filled on the way back down.
You are seeing the detail of the earnings and also the chart for the price action. As you can see, the stock has responded positively. However, please do not just add the stock to your portfolio without doing your own valuation. It is good that stock beat their earnings and is responding well. And you need to also diversify your portfolio. But while diversifying, be sure that you are not over leveraged, or that you are not having too much on one side and the other. Prioritize how you diversify. If you need help, you can seek assistance on it. Do not just be buying stuff because you're watching on a YouTube channel. You don't know. Not every stock we analyze we have in our portfolio. I don't have Lulu in my own portfolio, and we don't have it in Elite Pro Fund. Thank you for watching this channel. We'll continue to produce content that will support your investment journey. Please call again.